we had a frank exchange of views. I don't mind admitting large parts of the meeting were deeply frustrating. I don't know any more now about the UK government's approach to the EU negotiations than I did before I went into the meeting, and I can't speak for the other devolved administrations, but I think there was a degree of frustration shared by all of us about that. Where we did make some progress was finally reaching a formal agreement on something that's been talked about for 3 months now, which is the establishment of a joint ministerial committee subgroup that will involve the devolved administrations, but we've still got a lot of work to do to develop a work programme for that group that integrates with the overall decision-making process so that we can meaningfully influence the shape of these discussions. We also agreed that there'll be a further plenary session of the JMC before Article 50 is triggered. So there's a long way to go. For my part, I'm determined to continue to work through this process as best I can to protect Scotland's interests, because the consequences of a hard Brexit for Scotland are severe, and I'm not prepared to stand back and watch that happen. What she's saying is she's prepared to listen to options. So I've said we will bring forward specific proposals over the next few weeks that would keep Scotland in the single market even if the rest of the UK leaves. Now, we're hearing the words that say she will consider options like that, but so far those words are not matched by substance or action, and that's what's got to change over the next few weeks and over the next few months. So I'll continue to act in good faith, try to be reasonable. I respect the fact that England and Wales voted to leave, but Scotland voted to stay in. So I'll try to find a way of squaring that circle. But what I'm not prepared to do as First Minister is simply stand back and watch Scotland driven off a hard Brexit cliff edge, because the consequences in lost jobs, lost investment, lower living standards are too serious for that, and I'm not prepared to watch that happen, at least not without giving Scotland the option of choosing a better alternative. 62% of people in Scotland who voted in the EU referendum voted to remain. I wouldn't be doing my job if I wasn't out there talking to people to try to protect Scotland's interests. But the point I was going to make is I don't think I can undermine anything. I don't want to undermine anything, but I can't undermine something that doesn't exist. And at the moment, it doesn't appear to me that there is a UK negotiating strategy, which is one of the sources of great frustration.